So with the release of Season 1 of Marvel Rivals being such a huge success in the gaming industry to the point where Marvel Rivals Season 1 has literally made it so that way they have a brand new and even higher peak player count on the Steam charts, which is insane, clearing well over the 400,000 player concurrent mark. This game is clearly one of the most popular games right now, but today we're going to be talking about some of the brand new features that Marvel Rivals has seemingly introduced to potentially the dismay of some of the players in the community. So let's get started with it. If you guys do enjoy the video, please go ahead and drop a like button down below. Drop a dislike if you guys dislike the video, and comment and let me know exactly what features you want Marvel Rivals to go ahead and include in the future, and if you agree or disagree with the changes that Marvel Rivals has made in Season 1. So let's get started right away. As you guys can see on screen right here, already being reported, Marvel Rivals Season 1 update has disabled mods, much to the dismay of fans of custom skins. So a lot of people seemingly are attracted to Marvel Rivals for various reasons, right? They like the customization of the game in regards to like all the different variety of players that you can play as. They like the fact that the game is free to play. They like how the game is pretty much an improved and way better version of Overwatch, using a lot of characters that a lot of people are already very familiar with. But this seemingly has not transferred well to the modding community. A lot of the people in the modding community have made their own skins, implemented them into the game, and NetEase, the Chinese developer of Marvel Rivals, has made it very clear that that goes against their terms of service. People modding skins in a free-to-play game literally cannibalizes the revenue of said game to the point where if people get away with the mods and NetEase doesn't do anything about it, it's only unfortunately going to open Pandora's box, and it's going to hurt the game's actual income, because the game makes a lot of its sales from the battle pass skins, from the store bundle skins, from the movie tie-in skins. All of these character premium fees come from skins. That's how the game makes its money. So the fact that there's such a avid modding community, while that is a great thing to have in a game, especially if you want your game to survive long term, we do have to remember that A, mods do not exist on consoles. So this is a feature that's not even accessed inclusively for everyone on all the different platforms. But B, the mods, again, cannibalize the game's sales with regards to how the game's company makes the money. And if that happens, it might hurt the chances of the game getting well supported in the future, you know, because if you run out of the money, then you can't pay your workers working on the game. And if you can't do that, then what's the incentive to even want it to keep supporting the game? Because at the end of the day, yes, this game is clearly a lot more of a passion project than any of the games that came out in 2024, but we also have to remember that passion can only run for so long, right? If you guys go ahead and cut that off and they have no money to make out of this game, then they're not going to have the resources or the ability to go ahead and sustain themselves in order to keep working on this game. And that would be the last thing that we want, because that would hurt the player base on a wider range, right? On a larger scale, and that is exactly what we do not want. As you guys can see right here, the article goes on and continues to say, and I quote, "Ever since Marvel Rivals' hugely successful December launch, players have used mods to create custom skins despite concerns over account bans. Popular mods include turning Iron Man into Vegeta from Dragon Ball and Mantis into a goth. There's even a mod that turns Jeff the Land Shark into Pochita from Chainsaw Man." You guys can see a screenshot right there right now of Iron Man as Vegeta. But obviously, like I was saying, the mods violate Marvel Rivals' terms of service, and obviously, this is something that is not exclusively to Marvel Rivals, right? This is a problem that the gaming industry has faced overall in a variety of different games. For the most part, like I said earlier, mods are a sign of a healthy game community, because that just means that a lot of people want to interact with it, and a lot of people really do like it, right? Now, this has also happened in the past. You have games like Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, obviously Saber Interactive and the publisher Focus Entertainment, they had to disable mods for the games as well for also a similar situation. Except that right here, with mods, you guys also have to remember that when it comes to modding games like Marvel Rivals, every single time there is an update, say for example, they had kept the mods in the game. Typically whenever a game updates, at least on Steam, on PC, right? The code usually updates to accommodate the new season or the new things that they're going to be bringing into the game. So when that happens, it usually breaks down a lot of the mods. Whenever they add in like all these patches, all these bug fixes, and they change the code a little bit here and there, it usually breaks mods that already are pre-existing. So from Season 0 to Season 1, we were already going to lose mods regardless. Even though, again, despite the fact that it is against terms of service, let's be honest, people are still going to find a way to work around it. And to them, the threat of getting banned from a free-to-play game is almost non-existent, right? Because that's a little bit of the double-edged sword that you face when your game is free to the point where people can just go ahead and do as they want, and if they get banned, well, they just come back with another account, right? And a lot of these people that do these mods and play with these mods, they play them on accounts that don't actually have anything of substance to them, right? So they don't actually play them with their own personal accounts. A lot of these folks actually play them just for content creation. They just use them to make videos out of them, things like that, right? And a lot of the modding community is very creative because a lot of these people come from Overwatch, and you know what Overwatch is famous for, then, well, you know exactly why Marvel Rivals has such a talented modding community. But I digress, because at the end of the day, this is going to continue to become a love-hate relationship between the developers and the actual modding community itself. This game has such a healthy modding community, such a healthy gaming community overall, that this really just goes to show how popular and how friendly the game is to pretty much everyone to come in as an incentive and want to go ahead and play the game. So it only attracts more people. It's free publicity if you really think about it. But on top of that, it also serves as a way of quote-unquote friendly competition, in the sense that maybe if, say, NetEase sees the kinds of skins that people are really going for, I'm not saying that they're going to add those skins officially into the game, but potentially they'll try to find a comic book equivalent that is near or kind of close to that skin that people like modding into the game for maybe a specific character, and they'll go ahead and add that as a skin into like a battle pass or a store bundle, encouraging even more players to want to go ahead and buy those in. I'm not going to say that this is exactly what happened, but let's be honest, kind of like what happened to the Invisible Woman Malice skin, right? A lot of people had been seeing a lot of these mods in Season 0. A lot of those people really wanted to see extra skins, and when Marvel Rivals added the Malice skin, a lot of us thought that it was a mod, but then it ended up being an actual skin. And even though the skin itself is not as revealing as its comic book counterpart, it is still a very non-apologetic skin to the point where a lot of people really do enjoy it. And let's be honest, this is a company that clearly shows signs of not being afraid to make money, which is exactly what the gaming industry needs, in the sense that if you give the players what they want, they'll go ahead and support your game for years and years to come. This game has got the right formula to last forever, and I feel like at the end of the day, despite the fact that they're cracking down on mods and people are getting banned for using mods, this is kind of a fair trade-off because, again, we've known this since day one. This is a free-to-play game. If it were a premium fee, then it would be a little bit of a different story, right? Depending on how much they charge for the game. But this ain't no Concord, and this right now is not an Overwatch. They're not trying to be predatory about it. You can actually get a lot of the skins from the Battle Pass for free, and they do look pretty cool as well. You don't have to pay for the Battle Pass in order to unlock skins from it, but this thing is actually working out in our favor in the sense that they're working with us. They don't want to go against us, so I feel like if we try to stretch their good favor too much, maybe they'll start pulling back, and that's exactly what we want to avoid. We have to find a good balance here. So as a community, we have to go ahead and support this decision, because at the end of the day, despite the fact that we have a lot of talented modders already out there in the community, maybe a lot of these things might be put to rest since the game is already so popular as is. Even though it's free publicity, we also have to keep in mind that some of these changes and some of this publicity might be to the detriment of the people who actually work on this game. So with that being said, what are your thoughts on the situation with Marvel Rivals Season 1 as the modding community takes a hit? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys wish that the game had a premium fee in order to justify the existence of mods a little bit more? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like button. If you guys didn't enjoy it, let me know why and drop a dislike button. And if you guys subscribe, go ahead and turn on the notification bell icon to stay up to date with all future uploads. I upload on a daily basis, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Peace out, everyone.